Music in the Baroque era. In this presentation, we'll be going over the Baroque style of music, talking about specific composers like Bach, Vivaldi, and Telemann. We'll also be talking about the Baroque orchestra, as well as forms of Baroque orchestral music.
My name is Kathy, and I'm just going to be talking about some characteristics of Baroque music. So Baroque music is a style of music that was prevalent in around the 1600s all the way up to 1750, and it is one of the earlier periods of classical music. It also helped to expand the size, range, and complexity of instrumental performance. So Baroque music is often characterized by long-flowing melodic lines that often used ornamentation, which means to decorate notes using trills and turns, a contrast between loud and soft, and a variation in solo and ensemble, a contrapuntal texture where two or more melodic lines are combined, and terrace dynamics, which are sudden changes in the volume level and sometimes creates an echo effect.
Hello everyone, my name is Celine Chen, and today we're going to talk about the Baroque orchestra. The Baroque orchestra was relatively small and usually included the strings, the woodwinds, the brass, the timpani, and the harpsichord or the organ. So there are two forms of Baroque orchestral music, the first one being concertos, which is a large-scale composition for an orchestra plus a soloist or a group of soloists. One of them is Concerto Grosso, which is written for a group of solo instruments and a larger ensemble. A solo concerto, which is written for one solo instrument plus an orchestra. It often has brilliant and technically demanding passages for the soloist to play. The second form is orchestral suite, which is a collection of dances, including overtures and courante, gavotte, minuets, and gigue.
Hello, my name is Caleb Jun. I'm 13 years old and I'm in the 8th grade. Johann Sebastian Bach was a German Baroque composer who wrote a variety of different pieces, including cantatas, church songs, concertos, and a variety of other works for piano, harpsichord, violin, orchestra, and many other instruments. Though famous during his life, he went through a huge revival in the 19th and 20th centuries, and he is now one of the most famous composers of his time. Recently, I played his Prelude and Fugue in A minor, BWV 889, number 20 in the well-tempered clavier. I really liked this piece's tempo, which is much faster than many of his other works, and I also enjoyed his polyphonic texture, which means that both hands have an equal amount of melody. Here, take a listen.
Bach Double Violin Concerto is an example of Bach's late Baroque stylistic writing. It is known as a Bach Double as it is Bach's only concerto for 2 violins. It has 3 movements, vice, largo ma non tanto, allegro. Here's a video of me and my sister playing the Bach Double Violin Concerto.
Hello, my name is Valerie Chen, and now I'll be talking about Vivaldi. Vivaldi was an Italian Baroque composer who composed many instrumental concertos for the violin and a variety of other musical instruments, as well as sacred choral works and more than 50 operas. He left a decisive mark on the form of the concerto and the style of late Baroque instrumental music. One of Vivaldi's most famous pieces is known as The Four Seasons, which is a group of 4 violin concerti, each of which gives a musical expression to a season of the year. It was written around 1720 and published in 1725. It was published with accompanying poems, possibly written by Vivaldi himself, that elucidated what it was about those seasons that his music was intended to evoke. It provides one of the earliest and most detailed examples of what was later called program music, music with a narrative element.
Hi, my name is Celine, and I'll be talking about Baroque composer Telemann. So Telemann is a German Baroque composer. In his music, he incorporated French, Italian, and German national styles, and at times he was even influenced by Polish popular music. He's a very important link between the late Baroque and early classical styles. Last year, I played Telemann's Flute Fantasy No. 9. It is one of 12 fantasies that was published in Hamburg in 1732 to 1733. It's arranged by key, progressing more or less stepwise from A major to G minor. I hope you enjoy my interpretation of Telemann's Flute Fantasy No. 9.
Thank you for watching. We hope you learned a lot about Baroque music, and make sure to like our Facebook page and follow us on Instagram for more.